For more on the DACA program, let's turn to Krystal Gomez. She's an immigration attorney in the U.S. state of Texas. Thank you so much for joining us, Krystal.
Thank you for having me.
So 600,000 people in the DACA program, a small fraction of the far bigger number of undocumented in this country today. 10 years on now, and many still don't have a clear path to citizenship. So what will happen to them? And explain for our viewers what needs to happen to make that happen.
So I think we're all on edge, hoping that it survives the court ruling, or if it doesn't survive the court ruling, that there's a path forward for the Biden administration to basically what Judge Hanen had said at the district court in Texas was that Obama administration didn't follow the right steps in order to enact a program like DACA. So we're hoping that even if the Fifth Circuit upholds this ruling, that it means that the Biden administration has a path forward to do the right steps in order to enact a program like DACA. But truly, this was never meant to be a permanent solution. This was supposed to be a Band-Aid to get us over the hump of having an obstructionist Congress who, frankly, just couldn't do the job they'd been elected to do by passing actual comprehensive immigration reform.
I mean, at this point, is there the possibility, depending on what happens with this Texas lawsuit, that everyone that is a part of DACA will have to be deported? What's the worst case scenario here?
I mean, I think that's very unlikely to happen. I think public opinion is behind the Dreamers, which makes it all the more obnoxious that states like Texas and our Governor Abbott or Ken Paxton, our Attorney General, are so gung-ho on trying to reverse this program. They're so out of step with public opinion. Most people understand that these kids are American in everything but name only. So I don't think that we're going to see widespread deportations of people in the DACA program. It would be very, very unpopular. But what we could see is the program ending and those folks losing their ability to work lawfully, losing the ability to support their families. This is a pretty tragic situation for a lot of families who depend on their DACA in order to provide money for their children and all kinds of things. So it would be devastating for a lot of people.
And what are you seeing with all those people who cannot qualify for DACA, those still trying to even make it across the border to come to the United States? What is happening with all of them?
We have a really broken immigration system, and people don't believe me until they're stuck in it. And when I have to explain just how ridiculous the laws are and what a very narrow number of people actually qualify for some kind of relief. People like to say, oh, people should just get in line in order to immigrate, but they don't understand that there is no line for so many people. So for those folks who are coming over now who don't have the protection of DACA, those kids who are being brought over right now fleeing violence or poverty in their home country, get here and they might grow up, go to elementary school, middle school, high school here, graduate, and not have any way of contributing to the economy, of raising a family here, living the American dream, even if they have no recollection of their home country.
And we talked about the likelihood that there won't be any kind of expansion or complementary program to DACA anytime soon. What does the future hold, and what kind of timeline are we looking at from a legal standpoint with what's happening in Texas? If you could just give us a quick little sort of timeline there.
Sure. Well, we know that the hearing appeal on the lower district court's ruling is happening July 6th at the Fifth Circuit. They could issue their opinion anytime thereafter, but we don't really have a good sense of by when we're going to get that. I would expect it to be later this summer or into the fall. And then from there, depending on how this comes down, we'll probably see another appeal from either Texas or from the Biden administration to the Supreme Court. So it'll be a little while before we have a final decision.
All right, Krystal Gomez, thank you so much for joining us from Austin, Texas.
Thank you all.